The only thing keeping me going right now in the sea of all this chaos is just watching Republicans melt the fuck down. So, you know, I'm still happy. You know, shouts out to the FBI. I love the law enforcement. I'm out here literally running around like this, okay?
We love the cops, our law enforcement. We love the military, they're important. We love the cops, our law enforcement. We love the military, they're important.
What's really funny about this is that Baked Alaska is a Nazi who literally also was under legal scrutiny for his live streaming of the January 6th insurrection, where he was there, and also he was not loving the cops or the law enforcement then. Last night I posted a screenshot of top replies on the Donald about Mar-a-Lago raid, almost all of them violent. One user, BananaGuard62, referenced the Civil War. Well, it turns out BananaGuard62 is Tyler Welch Slaker awaiting sentencing for storming the Capitol on 1/6. Why are they doing this? Yeah, here he is taking a selfie on 1/6. He's been posting on the Donald in the 17 months since. In a reply to a Civil War post last night, he clarified, I'm awaiting sentencing for trespassing into the Capitol. I am only being careful with my words. They can't help themselves, dude. Smartest fucking Trump supporter, dude. I swear to God. They can't help themselves. Why are you admitting from your anonymous account that you are currently awaiting trial for literally doing exactly what you're saying you want to do more of? These are the motherfuckers that go, wow, I can't believe rappers are dumb enough to do crimes and then fucking rap about it. Meanwhile, this is not even like artistic integrity, okay? You just straight up are admitting to wanting to do more of the same crimes you just did. Alex Jones Meta is finally in. My friend, Alex Jones Meta has always been in. It is the same exact energy as taking a selfie when you are doing a fucking crime, because they think law enforcement is historically supposed to protect them from the bad guys, the scary guys, black people, brown people, undocumented immigrants. That's the reason why they openly mention shit like this. The Alex Jones Meta is just being an entitled conservative, and it's awesome. I love that. I love how confident they are. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Now, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the aftermath of all this when everything unfolds. But part of the reason why I was a little worried even yesterday while talking about this, even though we are celebrating, you know, Schadenfreude, even though we are celebrating conservatives fucking going crazy on the timeline over this, was because if it's for nothing, if it's literally for if it's for like a minor mishandling of evidence or whatever the fuck, mishandling of like classified documents, I'm not going to sit here and give you the Rachel Maddow take about how important this is, because I don't know exactly what kind of evidence this is, okay? Do you understand? Because remember, Maggie Haberman wrote an article yesterday on the New York Times before this raid happened about Donald Trump throwing notes that he had written in the toilet. Now, that's technically unacceptable and not allowed, right? You're not supposed to do that. Everything that the president writes needs to be preserved in Library of Congress. Like, it needs to be documented and it needs to be preserved. That's just how it works. There's also a method of like disposing of that information, especially if it's like private shit or classified information. And dumping it in the toilet is not allowed. And there's rules around that. But ultimately, it's not enough, in my opinion, to use that as a way to like just fucking, you know, arrest them. It makes me feel good when it happens, but I do fear that if it's not for something that big, if it's for just, you know, mishandling evidence, I fear that this will blow up in the FBI's face, and they have done this before. They did it with the Jim Comey shit. Let's get to people talking on Real America's Voice. This is a Trump attorney, Christina Bobb, which is hilarious. I mean, you're going to fucking really get an attorney whose name is Christina Bobb. Two first names, by the way. Completely unacceptable. Never make a mistake like that. Straight up saying they planted evidence, okay? Hogwatch is on.
If there's actually anything there that's worthwhile, we'll see what they come up with. You know, if they did, it'll be interesting, especially since they precluded me from actually watching what they did. But at this point, I don't necessarily think that they would even go to the extent of trying to plant information. I think they just make stuff up and, you know, come up with whatever they want. And that's the way that they will have to proceed in order to actually try to indict the president, because they don't have anything. There's just nothing there.
So is this your lawyer, dog? You're going to jail. That's a lawyer? What the fuck? dude, why does he still have like the most ambulance chasing ass fucking lawyers, dude? That is hilarious. Better Call Saul looking ass, literally being like, there's nothing there, but if there is, they probably planted it. That's insane. Oh, that's great. I don't want to believe, there's no shot, dude. But this rhetoric is not coming exclusively from Trump's lawyers. They moved on. Republicans yesterday in unison said, this is, something that only happens in banana republics, banana republics, banana republics, banana republics, blah, 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 blah. They kept saying it over and over again. And now they moved on from this is a banana republic. On the liberal side, you have liberals like really scaling back on their commentary, saying like, hold on now, we shouldn't get too excited. Maybe this is a nothing burger. On the Republican side, they're doing the exact opposite. They went from this is the grossest misconduct to saying maybe they're planting evidence. Let's take a look.
You really are now seeing the ugly face of a tyranny, and the left is so desperate, so frightened, and you're watching Trump win. Again, apparently the last votes came in, and his candidate beat another of the people who had voted to impeach him. So he's now, right. I think he's now defeated 7 of the 10 people
with a couple
that voted to impeach
That's
him.
Right. Joe Kent.
And well, in one case, Kevin McCarthy talked him out of challenging Valadao because we wouldn't keep the seat. And I think Trump wisely said, okay, I'm going to give him a pass. The next big test, of course, will be Liz Cheney, who I suspect will lose by 20 or 30 points.
Yes.
And she's part of this. I mean, she is part of the effort to turn the system into basically a tyrannical, anti-conservative, anti-Republican, constant violation of the law, which is what the January 6th committee is. You have a fake committee being covered by the fake news with a fake FBI, which, by the way, you'll notice they didn't allow anybody on the Trump side into Mar-a-Lago. So we have no idea whether or not they planted evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so fucked up because, like, normally, when you're conducting a fucking raid, you're supposed to be like, hey, here's exactly when we're going to do that. Here's the time and place we're going to do it. If you want to hide all your files, if you want to flush them, like, go ahead. That's like what famously, the FBI is famous for being like, hey, we're coming over. Please flush all of the secret stuff that we're coming for. Please do that.
That's exactly right. And Newt, I have a couple thoughts. Number one, I wish I trusted our law enforcement. You need some form of law enforcement to have a civil society. But I'm right with you. I say, they're planting evidence. How disappointing of a place we are in our country where our...
Bro, what the fuck? He said they're planting evidence. How disappointing that, like, it's gotten to a point where I think the FBI is planting evidence. Okay, well, that's in your mind, though. I mean, cops plant evidence all the fucking time. I don't see these motherfuckers ever complaining about that shit. They literally talk about how the Baltimore Police Department is famous for doing that. You know what I mean? Is actually fine, and that's just a part of good policing, and they should be doing good policing, and it's just a couple bad cops or whatever the fuck. It's like all right when it's being done to like poor black people, but the moment that like Trump gets just a knock on his door, everyone's like, whoa, these guys, they're planting evidence all the time. It's just so crazy that I personally believe this now. This is a thing that I believe in. It's great. Where were you when when this shit was happening during the George Floyd protests? Anyway, let's take a look at Lara Trump.
And I think the takeaway for the American people, whether you like Donald Trump or not, is that this is not just an attack on Donald Trump. This is an attack on every single American. This should scare you out there, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, no matter how you vote. Imagine this was your person that they did this to. Imagine this was former President Obama, former President Bush that got attacked in this.
Oh my God, you're getting me riled up, Lara. Tell me more. Sweet nothings, baby. Oh God, just keep saying that good shit. Oh fuck, I'm close. I'm so fucking close. Oh God. Oh baby.
Well, man, it made them really mad, I can tell you that much. But it's also energized a lot of people. And I actually have heard from people since this happened who are not Trump supporters, who didn't vote for my father-in-law. They are just as angry as everyone else, and they are sounding the alarm bell as well and saying, if they could do this to Donald Trump, think about what they could do to the rest of us. I think it's only going to put more energy behind my father-in-law should he choose to run for president in 2024, because I think a lot of people harken back to the days of Donald Trump. How great.
They're using this as an opportunity to launch they're using this as an opportunity to launch Donald Trump's like 2024 election campaign, which is why I hope that there's more to it than just fucking, you know, bullshit like, oh, you misfiled or you took information that you didn't like personally declassify. Jesus Christ, dude. You just made Yang's point. Man, ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter what like the Trump supporters think. They're psychotic. They're literally psychotic. Andrew Yang didn't qualify it by saying, I hope there's more information out there available. Andrew Yang said it's unacceptable that the FBI is behaving in this political capacity. There's a difference between the two things. You have to understand that. If you've ever thought, oh, Andrew Yang's making a good point, stop. Take a deep breath and reevaluate everything. Because he's a fucking grifter and a moron. Literally running on centrism as the forward party. Oh, yeah, because we didn't have enough of that in the Democratic Party. Thank God there's a brave centrist out there. Donald Trump hints at, oh, here it is. So let's look at the top dog Hogwatch, of course. Donald Trump himself had a reaction to what was going on. Let's take a look.
We are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse. We're a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never before. We've never seen anything like this. We're a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is about all you get. We're a nation where free speech is no longer allowed.
Yo, they put the account suspended in the sad. Dude, these things are not equal, okay? On the one hand, you have like Russia's invasion of Ukraine and all the death. And then on the other hand, you have real Donald Trump accounts suspended. I'm sorry, but it's fucking wild to put that on the same list of atrocities committed by like the demon rats, okay?
It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And it is hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield. Ever, ever, ever. We will never give in, we will never give up, and we will never...
This is whack as fuck. I personally appreciate when he's like, when there's like, you know, guitar riffs playing and they try to make Trump look like sexy and like a big badass. This just makes him kind of look like a pussy. Like, oh, it's so sad. So sad what happened to this nation. It's like, dude, shut up. Like, stop fucking crying, dude. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. It's not top G behavior. Play fucking Sigma grind set music in the background and do top G behavior. This strikes me as a type of ad that comes at the top of the hour, right? And it serves to the bubble water drinkers, right? It's not top G behavior.
Back down. We will never let you down.
Brace Scott, thank you for the 5 Get the Subs.
The tyrants we are fighting do not stand even a little chance. Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God and God alone. And it is time.
No, that's not true. As an American, I kneel whenever I see a cop, a brave boy or girl in the blue, and I suck them off. That's the only time I kneel.
to start talking about greatness for our country again.
The best is yet to come. Never give up, never surrender. There's more Trump shit to talk about. Here's an appearance that me and Will Neff made, or sorry, Hank Pecker and Will Neff made on Fox News yesterday.
The only thing crooked is Hillary Clinton. That's right. That's right.
Oh, don't say her name, demon.
You can't tell me that she's not going to swoop in late to this election and run. I'm not worried about no.
That's right. Also, Steven Crowder is popping the fuck off. Let's see what Steven Crowder had to say. This is a dark day in American history. He said, tomorrow is war.
Dark day in American history. We get to do this with you. We get to experience it with you. This is one of those days that you are going to remember for the rest of your life. This is one of those days that you are going to be telling your children about, your grandchildren about. This is a line that has been crossed. Last night I thought about, doing a video on Instagram, something while this was happening, or going to a live stream in that moment, because we've done that in the past. I was conflicted. And let me explain to you what I mean. You're mad. I'm mad. You're pissed, rightfully so, but you don't want to make decisions at that point. You want to make decisions that are measured and appropriate. And you don't want to interrupt your enemy while they're making a mistake. So that's what I was thinking about.
Oh my God, is he in tears? He's like on the verge of tears a little bit. What is happening? This is awesome.
And then I started thinking about, okay, strategy, what does this mean? Obviously, this is going to have some backlash with the midterms. How should we couch our words? I always try and be pretty prudent with issues like this. And then I found myself at the crossroads of, if you have children, by the way, they shouldn't be watching the show today. At the crossroads of, I don't care and fuck you. This is so wrong, so tyrannical. There needs to be a hill that you're willing to die on. This is it. Now, I don't mean literally. I'm not calling you to violence, unlike what's being implied on Twitter, Eric Swalwell.
Wait, what? So what is he saying? Like, if it's not, he means like what? Figuratively die on the hill? So what do you mean? Like, how are you going to fight back then? Is he going to turn around and be like, just vote, sweaty?
With a fight like hell, banging Chinese spies. You're mad. Now, we don't need to make our decisions right now. We do need to wait for some information to come out. But
you need to fight like hell. And by that, I mean, be the most annoying person on Twitter, which you have been doing, but not enough. You need to fight like hell, vote like hell, and be the most annoying person. Remember, channel the energy that caused your wife to leave you. Channel the energy that you had when Donald Trump was first running for president and all your friends started saying, hey, Steve, maybe you should calm down a little bit. You know, you scaring the children. Channel that energy once again. Like the FBI is the judge, the bitch judge that worked on your divorce court proceedings. Fight like hell by crying.
The world needs to see that half of this country is pissed. I'm not saying make executive decisions while you're pissed, but we all need to hit the purge button. And the world needs to see you hit the purge button, and we get to hit the purge button with you. So I reserve the right to change my mind on some things that I say today. I reserve the right with new information to maybe change tact. Today is the day that we all have the right to be pissed off, to yell, to scream.
I mean, he's a bitch. Literally fucking, how is this different? This is literally like, this is the Donald Trump was elected and now I'm crying at the inauguration meme. You know what I mean? He's basically doing the exact same thing with the girl going, oh, remember that fucking face that that girl made that has been plastered on every fucking conservative meme for years? I reserve the right. I'm taking a me day today. It's fine, dog. It's just like 15 boxes of information that the FBI took from Donald Trump's safe in his home in Mar-a-Lago, you know? Like, it's not like they killed him. My man's talking like the towers were hit last night, okay?
But it's time to fight fire a little bit with fire. And today we're also going to get into, I was really spending all night, and I didn't sleep much, thinking about what is it that I can do? What is it that we can do here where we can offer you? Quantifiable.
Yeah. Which is why we're doing Mug Club. 15% off if you use the code Fight Like Hell. 15% off if you use the code Fight Like Hell and get a mug. And, you know, that's it. That's kind of what we're just fundraising off of this, okay? So by war, I guess he meant selling shitty t-shirts. Tomorrow's war is sleep well. It's time to fight for every square inch. Use code FIGHT for 15% off! Let's go! I'm so riled up, dude. I can't wait to fucking purchase Fight Like Hell shirts. I can't wait, dude. I am going to buy the most t-shirts, and that is, I will show everyone how mad I am by buying a fucking ugly-ass shirt made in China that is upmarked 1,000%.
Steps that you can take. And some of those are going to have to be addressed on Mug Club, not on YouTube. Not because it's a call for violence, not because it's a call for a physical civil war.
Oh, no! My man said some of these are going to be addressed behind the paywall at Mug Club. Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking dope. That's fire. I thought he would like use this to fucking dovetail into some promo, obviously, but I didn't realize like it was gonna be like that, dude. He was like, I didn't sleep last night. I was thinking of all the money I will make for Mug Club by agitating for civil war. That's great. Your ability to protect these lunatics makes me considerably concerned for your mental well-being. Listen, I do it for you, okay?
And before we get to anything else, and we're going to get into the show here today and hopefully have some fun with it as well, because I understand that's a big reason why you tune in. Let's just dispel of this idea right on the outset that, oh, this is a Trump appointee to the FBI. Sure. Oh, this is a Trump appointee, the judge. Maybe. We'll get into that. Garland had to sign off on this. That's what you were saying. That's what they've been saying on CNN all morning, MSNBC, all the mainstream outlets. Look.
Okay, but it's true.
This is just like the issue we discussed yesterday with the IRS. It's about job security.
As the chatter pointed out, this is not a one mug situation. This is a serious situation. All those other circumstances where one mug was warranted is different now. Okay, we have 2 mugs on the desk. Mug club times 2. Okay? Hashtag ad. Fight like hell. Hashtag fight like hell. Hashtag ad.
These are people in government, entrenched, who value their job security and their benefits over your right to freedom. What else can they do? Beyond going in door to door like Gestapo and taking your guns, right? Like they did in places like Australia. Sorry, mandatory buyback. Beyond the actual physical violence, there's nowhere else for them to go other than to do this to other people. And they've already taken measures yesterday with amendments and a process that was done in the dead of night in secret rooms so that you can be audited. You can be prosecuted. Your house can be raided. And by the way, it's happened to a lot of people. Sure, it's happened to James O'Keefe. You may not be familiar with what happened with us and the FBI. We'll get into that. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be scared. I am.
That's awesome. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be scared. I am scared. This is awesome. I mean, I want this to be real, but it's not, obviously. Like, I really do want to wish that it's real, though. I do really wish that, like, Steven Crowder was, like, legitimately scared, you know what I mean? Because that would be fire.
Everyone in the United States, and if the left understood what this meant, they would all be scared, too. Because this goes both ways, and for the first time that I've advocated on the show, it should go both ways. You can't unring that bell. The next president of the United States needs to prosecute everyone. Needs to clean.
Wait, what? I mean, oh no. Is Steven Crowder implying that the federal agencies, like federal law enforcement, would like black bag and round up leftist protesters willy-nilly? I mean, that would never happen, right? Like, what's next? Is the fucking president literally going to say, I'm using the marshals to assassinate someone without a trial and without due process, and then gloat that they assassinated someone who killed a Trump supporter? That would never happen. Oh wait, both of those things happened already. Fucking Trump did both of those things, so, you know.
Clean house everywhere. And I will tell you this, we'll get into this. Here's a purity test for you. Any Republican who does not actively...
Dude, I love watching conservatives behave like libs, and all it takes is like a light pushback, dude. He never addressed Ray being a Trump appointee, just kind of forgot about it. I mean, I guess he just like did the fucking hand waving where he's like, oh, well, these people are careerists.
Right now, within the next, what time is it? 10:18 Eastern? By noon today, any Republican right now in office or running for office who does not actively champion the defunding, the dismantling of our intelligence agencies, I will not vote for.
Let's go!
Don't care who it is.
That's Cap, by the way. He will 100% advocate for all of them. I love this, dude. I love this. They're on their defund the police arc, and I'm so on board with this, dude. Yo, this is fire. Please, please, please. I'm so, dude, that would make me so mad. Oh man, that would make me so mad if the conservatives just like made that a fundamental plank, like a very important talking point is like dismantle the federal agencies. That would be so scary and so sad for me. I would hate that. You would really own the libs that way, I swear. Now, the reason why I say that is because like when Democrats fucking say shit, they don't actually push for it, but Republicans might actually accidentally get something done. So I really do wish that this becomes a Republican campaign promise.
Are you listening, Ted Cruz? Are you listening, DeSantis? Are you listening, Rubio? The term skeleton crew should be a generous application to what the FBI will be when the next president is through with him. This is not about backing the blue. It's not about guys with guns. It's about guys with pencils. It's about buttersoft bitches with clip-on ties who are just taking orders, just doing their job. Well, guess what? I know the people who are having you do this have promised that they'll kill you last figuratively. That's never how it works out.
What?
So the extremes, the Bill Kristols of the world, the Lincoln Projects, I'm the good Republican.
Wait, why did this fucking theater kid, who's a failed actor, just say, those are the buttersoft bitches, the pencil pushers, when he himself is a buttersoft bitch pencil pusher with a literal pen in his hand? Bro, you literally are a theater kid. You are a theater kid. You're a failed theater kid, which is even worse. Like, just because you put a fucking holster on doesn't change that reality, you know what I mean? Like, this all you do is this, yap, yap, yap. And so do I, but at least I know my fucking place, you know what I mean?
And any Republican and any host, anyone who claims to put on our team jersey and doesn't actively advocate for the dismantling, dismembering, complete restructuring, if at all, of all of our intelligence agencies, there is a special place in hell for people like you. It's one thing to wear the jersey of evil. It's another to try and link arms with us and then turn on us. How's that for a purity test?
I love that. He's so mad. It's awesome. They're saying they raided Trump's home because he had classified documents. This already makes a little sense because Trump as president had the power to declassify literally anything he wanted whenever he wanted. I mean, that's true, though.